Well, so much for a dry week. We're getting light rain, and none of the models forecasted it. And nobody's really talking about this, but what we're seeing is a sign of the degradation of our weather forecast systems. And so, obviously, it needs to be talked about. And you can see we have rain mainly over the western part of Long Island, an area of light rain that's just kind of sitting there. This was not forecasted at all by any of the models. And yet, here's the proof. It says right here. Oh, what's going on here? All right, this seems to be slow on my computer. It says light rain here at Farmingdale. So we are seeing rain over our area, even though we're not supposed to be seeing any rain. And you can see here on the National Weather Service radar also actually some yellows showing up there too as well. So this is a steady rain tonight. What is this coming from? It's coming from the stalled low offshore that the models just did not have a handle on at all whatsoever. And really, really unusual to say the least. Look at the weather map. You'll see here. It doesn't even have... it's got us in the rain thunderstorms general area here, you see. That's covering this whole area. Now, we're supposed to have this high built in for tomorrow. I'm wondering if that's going to be happening. Remember, it does not seem like we can forecast weather very well at all. So you can see what's going on. And you can also see the smoke, which was bad yesterday. Better today. You can't really see because of all the clouds, but you can sort of see the outline of it. And a little bit of cleaner air. That's over Maine, I guess, stretching into Canada there. And we'll have to see if we're going to get into that as well. We'll just take you to the larger CONUS view here in a moment. So here you go. And again, you can see that clearer air that hopefully we might be able to get into. You can see plenty of smoke in the Midwest of the country. You still have the fires going on in the Grand Canyon. So you see the smoke there. And then if we go look at Canada, northern U.S., you'll see this big cloud of smoke over here too as well. There it is right there. See that big cloud of smoke stretching over into, that's getting pulled up. It looks like that's getting pulled up toward Greenland. Take a look at that. Right up through here. We're going to have to look at some observations for that in a minute. But, again, just odd weather. And then we have this. That's Dexter over there. So if we go to the National Hurricane Center briefly, you'll see here is Tropical Storm Dexter. Though it's starting to look like it's going extra tropical on that satellite there. It's making its way pretty far north. We'll talk about what happened yesterday, too, because we had a surprise shower as well. I don't know if I'm going to be able to rewind the radar to yesterday. I'm hoping maybe I can. Show you that surprise shower that happened right over the North Shore. Let's see, happened around 3 o'clock. There it is. Just one stray shower. And it's had some heavy downpours going through Roslyn. This happened yesterday. And again, they weren't calling for any rain. None of the models showed this, but you can see it actually was pretty heavy. Right over Roslyn and then into Old Westbury and into parts of Jericho. And then it kind of faded out. That was along the sea breeze front. None of the models predicted that. So this is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with models because of the cutbacks, courtesy of the current administration. We're seeing the degradation of our weather forecasts. Today, I think, was a perfect example of that. It's only going to get worse. Did hit 81 at iSlip today. As far as rainfall goes, I'm not going to look at this so much. I'm going to go look at Wonder Map. So we'll go look at that right now. Yeah, we'll go look at precipitation because we've probably seen. I mean, this is light rain. It's not really amounting to much, just a few hundredths of an inch, but it's enough to get wet out there for sure. And again, we thought we would have a whole week without measurable rainfall, but that is not happening. We'll have to see if it makes it to iSlip or not, but certainly not in Nassau County, not at JFK, not in New York City. We thought that was going to happen, and, well, it didn't. Very, very interesting. I want to look up here and take a look at some of these observations of how bad the smoke is in some of these areas. So let's take a look at this site here. Let's see if it's reporting smoke at all. Yep, haze was reported here. So probably have to go a little bit further north. Some of these areas here. See how far the smoke is getting. Yeah, this site was reporting smoke yesterday. Actually was reporting smoke for the beginning part of today, but you can see this site was reporting smoke, but then it seems to have cleared up, so the smoke has moved on from this site, and now it's making its way probably over here. Let's see if smoke's being reported on Northwest Territories here. Haze. Yep, it's made it all the way up here to Cape Dorset. Haze being reported. And smoke. Because they had some dense smoke, actually, earlier today. Yeah, dense smoke. Look at that. The smoke, the visibility got down at 2 miles. So, yeah, that cloud of smoke is on the move. And that could make it all the way to Greenland. I would not be surprised. Honestly, I would not be surprised if it makes it all the way to Greenland. Not seeing it yet, but I would not be surprised if it does. Again, that cloud of smoke's making it way into the Arctic. But anyway, let's talk about how the models failed and how they're still failing. So we'll go to the HRRR. I'm curious if the 0Z is showing up this rain. It finally started to show it up a little bit. Yeah, you could see that area of rain there, finally. But if we go back to some of the earlier models, I can't really go back that much. I can go to the 19Z. You can see it wasn't really showing anything. The models really just got this all wrong with the rain today. Let me go to the NAM. NAM's still not really showing much. This is the 0Z NAM, and it's still, even with the current initialization, it's still not showing the rain that's falling over our area. How's that? HDRPS? HDRPS showed it up a little bit on this run 18Z. Let's see if the 12Z shows it. All right, the 12Z showed it. What about the 0Z from last night? No, it didn't. So, and there were some thunderstorms upstate too as well that actually caused some issues. That kind of sat in the same area. You can sort of see that a little bit. And if we go to the radar rewind again, we'll talk about this. So this is. If we go back to 5 o'clock or so, you'll see there were some heavy showers and thunderstorms up. I don't know what is this from. I don't even know what this is from. The smoke? I mean, we're supposed to be under high pressure here. Why are we seeing this? I don't know. I don't get it. A little instability, I guess, probably is what it is. Instability, maybe an instability trough or something. See the highs up there. But still, we're seeing way more precipitation than the models said, because we've seen cutbacks in the and those cutbacks and observations are having very real effects on our weather forecasting ability because of you-know-who. So we will be dealing with some of this rain tonight. Let's see what the 0Z finally does get rid of it for tomorrow. You see how high pressure will be with us, and we should hopefully have nice weather once we're done with this. Dew points and wind flow, just briefly going over this. I guess maybe there's a little more humidity than the model thought too as well, and that was enough to create some precipitation. You can see it does have the humidity drop tomorrow. We have the easterly flow. Again, that'll be a cool wind direction. Dew points a little lower off to the north Friday. Similar deal, easterly flow, and looks like those dew points get way down. Hopefully that's correct. And our temperatures should be pretty cool as a result of that easterly flow too as well. After dealing with this really murky air that we've had the past couple of days. Temperatures get up to near 80, maybe a little bit warmer inland tomorrow. And then they drop at night. It'll be a cool night. 50s in the Pine Barrens. And perhaps even cooler than that. And 60s elsewhere. Of course, my alley. Forget, I still have to run the air conditioner. And similar day for Friday. We'll look at some soundings for tomorrow. Let's do something. Let's see if we're going to have clear skies. Yeah, the signs, I mean, it looks pretty decent. Let's go ahead and look at Friday. A little bit closer together with upper level moisture perhaps on Friday. Go to the RGEM sky, and then we got to go to the smoke model. So you'll see here for tomorrow, there may be a few clouds around, a few high clouds around maybe, but it should be mostly sunny. And then for Friday, we should have a mostly sunny day. And then Saturday, you might start seeing some of the cirrus come in maybe a little bit, but the bigger factors, we'll have a nice stretch, but bigger factors are going to be ruined by that damn smoke again. So let's go take a look at the HRRR smoke model and the 18Z. We'll start with the vertically integrated smoke. And you see that we do see some improvement tomorrow. Doesn't go away, but it definitely is less. And then even more improvement as we get toward Friday. It gets pushed back to the west by that easterly flow. So hopefully less haze. Near surface smoke. That also gets pushed out by tomorrow. So maybe a little bit, but nothing like what we've seen. So there you go. So that's pretty much what we get. So a little bit of surprise rain tonight. And hopefully we can see maybe some blue skies, maybe. Who knows? It's very hard when you're dealing with all this smoke. If we look at the MODIS here, you see all the smoke that's around here. There's a lot of smoke. And you see this little clear area here, this little bubble of clear air that might try to work its way into our area. You can see all around it surrounded by thick smoke. Here's the smoke. As far as you can see that just getting pulled up there. And that's going to get pulled up toward Greenland, I think. So smoke in Greenland, they can have that too. So, and if the winds were blowing differently, that would be us, and we'd have some really thick smoke over us. But right now, that's not what's going to be happening. So, that's all. Have a good night.